This is one of my favorite things that comes out twice a year, and that is the Glowpick award winners. Now, this is a website that basically ranks popular beauty products in Korea. Today, I'm gonna be doing a full face, and some of these I have a lot of experience with. Others are kind of like first impressions, so we're just gonna get into it. This first product is one of my favorite Korean foundations, and that says a lot because honestly, when it comes to foundations, I definitely skew towards Western brands just because of the shade selection in general, but I also just love the finish of, and it is the JAVIN de Sol. This is the Wink foundation. I wear shade 23 Cover Beige, and this won second place in the matte foundation category. The finish of it, even though it's considered a matte foundation, is actually quite nice because it's not a flat matte, where someone like me who has a dry skin type, sometimes when I use matte foundations, it just looks too dry. It looks cakey and flaky and just not so nice. This, on the other hand, has a bit of like a satininess to it, so it's much more of like a natural matte, if that makes sense. Beautiful, it's long lasting. It's actually like a nice coverage foundation for a Korean beauty brand, and I am obsessed with it. This is from the Saem. This is the Cover Perfection Fixealer, which is slightly different than the Cover Perfection Tip Concealer, which is a recommendation I make all the time. This was something that was created during the masking era, so this is transfer proof, it's sweat proof, hence the name Fixealer. It really just kind of adheres to the skin. Unfortunately, this comes in less shades than the Saem Cover Perfection Tip Concealer, so definitely keep that in mind. This did win second place in the liquid concealer category, and while this is not something that like I reach for a ton because it is slightly dry for my skin tone, I do like this for the summer months for my skin type when maybe I'm looking for something that's a little bit more like sweat proof. Next, we have another product from the Saem, which is their Cover Perfection Concealer Pencil. I have this in the shade 2, and this is actually first place in the stick concealer category. Now, this is something that is obviously for pinpoint concealing, which is going to be very popular in areas like Korea because it's very like less is more type of makeup. So for me, what I really like to do with this is basically just like hit those little spots that need a tiny bit more concealing, like little pimples or marks that I might have. I will say it's not the highest coverage as far as precise concealing goes, but sometimes I'll use it over this spot because it's just easy and convenient, and it does lighten the appearance of it while it doesn't completely camouflage it. It can get to like a satisfactory level. Next, we have the Vanillico Prime Primer Finishing Powder. This one's second place in the loose powder category. Now, while I'm always gonna like the moist version of this, which was unfortunately discontinued, I have a dry skin type, so this is something I use very light-handedly, and I think that's kind of the key with these types of powders is to use them extremely lightly to avoid that cakiness. It is very finely milled, so I find that it is very blurring, and it helps with the appearance of pores and texture, keeps sweat at bay, and it's pretty easy to touch up throughout the day. The one problem that I have with this is this has fragrance in it, and honestly for makeup, I would just prefer all makeup to not have fragrance in it. So if you're someone who's sensitive to that, definitely keep that in mind. So the MAC Paint Pots won first place for the cream eyeshadow category, and I have two here. I have Soft Ochre and Painterly. I kind of go back and forth between these because, like I said, I am a neutral skin tone. Soft Ochre leans more warm while Painterly leans more cool, so I kind of like mix the two or will lean towards Soft Ochre, honestly. My personal preference on these is that they're not bad. There's definitely other cream eyeshadows that I like better than the Paint Pots. I think they are nice for a base, but I do find that they do get a little dry looking on me. And again, this comes from someone who has a very dry skin type. So if that's not your problem, you would probably really like these. The Bobbi Brown Eyeshadow Sticks won first place in the Stick Shadow category, and I am absolutely obsessed with these. These are so good. And I do know that these have won awards on Glowpick several times. And so I do definitely think that these are worth it. They're kind of one of those products that are very effortless. You can use this by itself and just blend it out, or you can use it as an eyeshadow base. I've done both, and I just love how effortless and it looks like I have a full eyeshadow look without looking overly done. I have a couple different shades of these, and these are kind of like special edition ones that I'm holding up that have like the dual end, but these are phenomenal. I love these so much. So good. The CLIO Pro Air Palettes have won first place on the eyeshadow palette category, and clearly I have a ton of these. CLIO basically launches these every single time they have a new collection, and I am a firm believer that when it comes to Korean beauty and Korean beauty trends, I realize that there is a softer look involved. However, there's a fine line between having good quality eyeshadows that will provide that look versus products that are just not pigmented. And I will stand behind that because I do believe that CLIO is on the side of being nice quality but still offering a very natural, soft look, but you can still get really nice pigmentation with them, and the formulas are nice and smooth, mattes blend nicely, don't look overly chalky. So I totally understand why the CLIO Pro palettes are #1 in the eyeshadow palette category. So any brand or someone that tries to pull off the, well, Korean beauty is into more of a softer wash of color, when really the eyeshadows are just not very good, don't let them do that. Don't let them fool you. We have the lilybyred Starry Eyes Gel Eyeliner, which won 2nd place in the gel liner category. Honestly, something that I feel like Korean beauty is superior at are like gel liners and liners in general, because not only are they super inky and black, but because not only are a lot of them like super inky and black, or you can find some that are more transparent to kind of give you a more natural look, but I love that they're long lasting, they're transfer proof, and they're easy to work with. So a lot of times I'll recommend beginners a pencil or a gel liner from Korea because I feel like they're just a good starting point. This is a 3.6mm tip. So for a gel liner, this is a fairly thin and fine tip. So again, because Korean beauty trends tend to stick towards something a little bit more natural, you can kind of get a very close to the line type of liner with a gel pencil, which I know sometimes is difficult to find. Another thing that I like about this is it's going to be waterproof. So if you're someone who gets really teary-eyed, you're not gonna have any of it running down or transferring or anything like that. It's pretty much one of those things like where you apply it, it pretty much stays. That I was able to get with a gel pencil because I wasn't starting off with a really thick line. I was able to kind of smudge it out exactly where I wanted it to go. This is from espoir. This is the Brow Balance Brow Pencil, and this won 1st place in the eyebrow pencil category. I'm someone who likes a lot of eyebrow products, and this is, while it's nice, I don't know exactly what makes this a 1st place winner in my opinion. Like, I've tried it and it's like, I like it. It does exactly what I needed it to do, but I'm not seeing anything spectacular about it. And I do know that espoir is a little bit more pricey, so if it's something you want to try, it's definitely very nice, but if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, I also think you can replicate this type of look with something else. If I'm really analyzing it, I think the selling point is definitely the fine tip it has, and it still has kind of that like triangle shape, so it makes it a little bit easier to fill in and kind of create little eyebrow hairs. But at the same time, I've seen a lot of brow products that have something similar, and by the way, I'm using the shade Classic Brown. These are the highest ranked makeup products in Korea at the moment. Now for my cheeks, I have talked about these before because like literally these have won year after year after year. I think these are among the most awards won on Glowpick, and that is the Clinique Cheek Pop. These are #1 in the blush category again, and so I just felt like I had to use these because not only have I been talking about them a lot in 2024 and in general, but I love them. I love the shades that I have as well, and I just think that these are such a beautiful flush of color. These are designed to be layered, which is why I think they're so popular, because you can absolutely get a sheer wash of color with these, but you can also build them up and get more pigment. They have a wide variety of shades available, and they're just so good. These are another product that I have been obsessed with since they've come out, and that is the Glint Powder Highlighter. These won 1st place in the highlighter powder category, and for such good reason. Not only do they have a couple different shades, but these are so finely milled, they don't look like chunky glitter on the skin. They don't emphasize pores. I just feel like they give a really nice sheen of a highlight across your cheeks, and these are just, like I said, so pretty. My favorite shades are Pitch Moon and Dewy Moon. I go back and forth between these, and these are so good that I honestly have to like pull these out of my makeup so I don't keep going back to them and I try other products, but genuinely I'm obsessed with these. And honestly, Glint blush products in general are very good. Look at that. The ETUDE Reborn Contour Sticks have won 1st place in the cream/stick contour category, and they actually have 2 kind of shades available. There's one that's essentially kind of a warm shading color, which is the one in the wide tube, and then we have the one that is the cool shading, which is in the teal stick. I'm gonna go ahead and use the cool toned one here on my nose. So you can kind of see that gives more of like a shadow look. And for my kind of sides of my face, I'm going to use the warm shading color and really just kind of use this to give my face a light shadow to give it some slight dimension, nothing too crazy. So really sticking up to the edges of my face. And the thing that's nice about these is not only are they like very fine, so you can kind of really point contour, but it's also large enough where it's not like using an eyeliner pencil all over your face. It like gets the job done, again, by being subtle. The last product that I'm going to be talking about in this video are from the Japanese brand Kate, and these are the Lip Monster. These won first place in the glossy lipstick category, and I have two shades here. I have Cotton Cloud 33,000 feet, and I also have 3 AM Slightly Drunk. These are supposed to be very shiny and glossy, so I'm very excited to try these. Let's go ahead and try 3 AM Slightly Drunk first. And there are a lot of shades available of this. I just like wung it when I was ordering online and picked 2 shades that I thought I'd like. Ooh, so this looks like a kind of mauve-y nude color. My lips are dry, so we're really putting it to the test. Oh wow. So lightweight. And you know, like first when you get a lipstick on, you kind of have to rub it back and forth to kind of warm it up. That is not required with this at all. It just slides onto the lips. So lightweight, but also has a good amount of pigment to it. It's a little too cool tone for me and my skin tone. But that feels really good on my lips, and I'm not a huge lipstick fan. Like day to day, I'm gonna opt for a balm. I would say this is more on the balm side than anything, but kind of gives you that lipstick look while maintaining a high shine. The next shade is Cotton Cloud 33,000 feet, and this one is a bit more of a warmer shade. Definitely a bit more of a peachy tone. Those are nice though. Like, they feel very comfortable on the lips. If you're someone who wants a lipstick look, but you don't want to feel like you're wearing lipstick, try these. These are actually very unique. I like these. So that is my full face of Glowpick award winners for the end of year 2024. I could absolutely make more parts for this because there are so many products, obviously in different places and rankings and categories. Glowpick is very extensive. So if you guys want another video like this or something kind of along this vein, definitely let me know in the comment section. And as I always do, I'll leave all the links down in the description with a discount code if you guys are interested in picking up any of these products. And as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.